Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Today I am joined by Tony from Plus One Exp, a RPG masterpiece, a RPG deity, an RPG.
We like to say
yourself?
that we're a weird little brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design, beard and skincare alchemy, and the bardic
and
knowledge
it is the perfect excuse for me to do conversations around RPGs and play games that are slightly adjacent to that genre. Today we're diving into a book system from Van Ryder Games called Graphic Novel Adventures, which is a comic book version of a choose-your-own adventure story. Has raised a ton of money on Kickstarter in the past. Definitely not stuff that I have spent so much money on. How many sets of these do I have downstairs?
You have 2 downstairs and 1 upstairs. By the way, that unboxing, that communal slide out, that was very slick. I noticed. I want you to know.
Thank you so much. We are going to hang out with you. We're going to sit here and play through this. The core concept of this is if you grew up playing choose your own adventure stories, if you like the hybrid, the crossover of an RPG, a solo board game mixed into like a narrative adventure that lets you reset and continue journeying through, and you love fantastic art and interesting little hidden clues and puzzles, that's what this presents itself as.
And they don't all operate exactly the same, but they all operate pretty similar, and they all teach you how to play as you go through it.
Yep.
And so we did not talk at all about how we were going to do this.
No, not at all.
I'm very excited. So, it's September 1st, 2003.
Okay.
We see clearly framed Diaz and Sons gas station and convenience store. An open sign is flipped over as we see a figure inside.
Okay.
You want to narrate this page?
Yeah, car starts slowly driving up, pulls out, and a guy with what looks like a shotgun, a sawed-off shotgun, pulls up to the front. He's blowing through his cheeks, opens up the door, and it looks like our little cashier guy there is going to go ahead and press the security button.
Hello there, sir. There's no use in forcing the door. It's well secured. I'll let you in.
Oh, so he noticed them, and he noticed it, locked it, and now he's actually letting him in the door.
He goes, bzzz.
Okay. Opens the door slightly. Hey, come on in. It's your voice.
Hey, come on in. Don't just stand there. You're letting all the cool air out. Can I get you something to drink? I don't have a good selection as a bar, but I'm sure I can get you something you like.
So we're at a bar, and why is this guy pulling a shotgun out?
He's not at a bar. He's not a bar.
He's just grabbing him a drink? I'm very confused by this. This is a heist book or some type of hold-up book, and it's not threatening to him that he has a shotgun. The register, shithead.
He takes a deep swig. Ting, ching. Slides some very small amount of money over.
Couple $2 bills, very valuable.
Let me ask you one question. You didn't put on a ski mask. Is that something you normally do?
This guy's confused and freaked out. Let's see here.
I thought as much. Now, give me my money, please. I don't like being out of the register that long. You know, your little screw up saved you. You know your little screw up saved your life, my man. Because if you were a real fucking robber, you'd be lying in a sea of blood right about now, if you get my drift. Now sit your ass down on this stool and enjoy your refreshment. And listen, I don't want to kill you, but you owe me $3.
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. Sniff, 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 sniff. Boo-hoo-hoo.
Alrighty, no need to get upset, man. The drink's on me.
Yeah, I'm a loser. A piece of shit. I can't even rob a fucking gas station.
The problem isn't the fucking gas station, dude. It's the way you fucking did it, right? Come with me. Alright, so this has been the opening cutscene of this game.
I'm already in.
Right. So you'll need to notice this number here. This number is going to indicate where we're going to flip to. All the numbers in the book are in order. So we're always going to process through. But it says, dear reader, from here on out, you're making your own choices and telling your own story. You can follow Elliot to 167, like it says on the door, or you can empty your shotgun in the back of this arrogant prick at 71.
Ooh.
Now, having checked out the first little bit of this,
Ellie's our tutorial.
Do what? He is our tutorial.
Yeah.
So now I will say. This is letting you. This would normally let us know how a couple different choices would work.
Okay.
We're gonna go to 167 in interest of time, though, especially because we're gonna go in the mindset of the people who don't skip the tutorial.
Sure.
And so we're gonna go to 167. Just like a Choose Your Own Adventure, everything is in order, right?
167, the scene up here. We've got our loser out here in the front. This guy's wiggling his finger.
You see that? That's a surveillance camera, you dingus. When you're robbing someone, make sure they don't have a fancy video surveillance system, or at least get your ski mask on before getting out of your car.
Elliot invites you to follow him to 207. If you're already a confirmed robber and have served and have several jobs under your belt, you can go directly to 146. So the interesting thing is this allows you to continue replaying the narrative. That's what these sheets are for. And are we supposed to maybe pay attention to the fact that surveillance cameras exist now in the graphic asset of the game?
And you're supposed to think about whether or not you have your ski mask on. Oh. They have taught you two things that they want you to pay attention to in the opening thing. So they are literally doing video game tutorial, do you remember to do this or not? And it will come up a couple of times as we play.
Okay.
Because we're playing on, not demo, we're going to go to 207. We're learning how to play the game. So flash forward to 207.
207.
Scouting the location is essential before heading out on a robbery. Observe the comings and goings, the security system, know the employees' shifts, etc. You don't go robbing someplace without a plan, bud.
Intrigued, you ask Elliot why he's telling you all of this. Go to page 75. So it's teaching us how we actually flip between pages now.
This is just onboarding you to the basic mechanics of the book, getting you comfortable flipping back and forth. And I know this is such a weird way to watch us play a game together.
I think it's super cool.
But it is like such a unique experience.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pity maybe. It all and also you reminded me of me when I started out, but dumber, of course.
Elliot invites you to follow him to page 212,
which is right about where we were before.
I'm fascinated by these pages that we're flipping to, where I see all these details and little like check boxes and stuff.
And you may never, depending on the choices you make, you may never see that.
But there's
panel.
so much depth to potentially explore.
This is a map of the city. You see the shop. You're going to rob it, and you're going to go to do recon. Make a plan and bring me the register. Pull it off and I'll teach you the tricks of the trade. Take this earpiece, it'll let me give you advice on the go.
You can take a look at the map at the end of the book. The shop Elliot is talking about is circled in red. Good luck. It's your first time and you need to know more about the rules of the game. If it's your first time and you need to know about rules of the game, go to page 88.
Which we're gonna do.
Okay.
Because the other thing is, and this is great, because again, very much like a video game, more so than just a traditional world, it's onboarding you to all the core mechanics, flipping back and forth. Hey, here are two things you want to remember as you're going to gigs.
Yeah.
Like, here's the map, and the map will let you navigate specifically to different places as we go. But we're going to go to page 88 so that we actually learn the rules, and because that's where we'll actually fill out our character sheet.
Okay. Page 88.
All right, calm down. I'll take you through the ground rules. At the beginning of the book, you'll find your adventure sheet, which we have printed out now in front of us. On it, you'll find everything that happens during your adventure. I mean it. Write it down, or you'll forget it. Collecting loot, spending money, days passing, improving skills, all of it goes on the sheet. During your missions, you can collect objects that look important or might be useful. Down the road, you just have to stow them in your closet. At 313, so that's going to be a page also too. Speaking of equipment, the level of difficulty you choose at the start of the game will determine how many objects you can take with you. More on that in a moment. Here's a map of the city. You'll find it at the end of the book. Before choosing a mission, take a close look at the map and think long and hard about which building you're going to rob. Incidentally, detailed observation will prove valuable throughout your career. But now we're talking specifically about your first mission here. Last but not least, there are 3 levels of difficulty for your adventure. The easiest one is Little Rascal. It'll let you bring along as many objects as you like, and you can start your adventure as you like at the start of your adventure, and skill points are irrelevant, meaning you don't have to worry about any of this stuff moving up and down. As all your skills will be maxed out. The second level is Highway Robber. You can choose 5 objects and add 5 points to your skills. The level for real badasses is Godfather. You only get to take 3 objects on each mission, and you have 2 skill points to spend. Choose your difficulty now by checking the corresponding box on your sheet.
What are we thinking?
I mean, I think I'm never going to play on Little Rascal mode, right? I'm never going to start with Godfather mode, so I'm thinking Highway Robber.
Okay. Go ahead and check Highway Robber for us.
Now, we don't have any items yet, but we are going to pick 5 skill points. So the question is, what do we want to be better at?
Yeah, what are you thinking here? We've got combat, we've got driving, we've got lockpicking, we've got stealing, marksmanship, scouting, and charisma.
So if for me on a build, I'm always going to look at things like stealth,
right. All
lock picking, charisma are going to be the ones that I am 100% looking at. I mean, if we want to max out charisma and put 1 point in something else, I'm 100% on board with that.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
It'd be very funny.
I have not seen charisma come up in this thing at all, but I'm 100% down with the dumb guy who doesn't know how to rob anybody.
Is, in fact, insanely charismatic.
Right. And then what's the one thing that we are kind of good at?
So, what are you leaning towards? I mean, we have a gun, but I don't know if that means we're a good marksman.
I like lockpicking because I hate not being able
well.
to get where I want to get.
Let's poke in a little bit of lockpicking here.
All right. This is a horrible build.
We can use our shotgun to open a door.
We don't recommend this build, but it's going to be fun.
I recommend this build. This is the build that I do every time I play any online RPG.
Here we go.
Just charisma.
I mean, charisma is always maxed out because you get better bartering, and we all know that items are the way to, yeah. All right, since you look a little lost still, I'll give you an opportunity to score some easy points. Keep an eye out for references to series, games, and other G&A books. Don't bother making a note of the title if you see it multiple times, as you only score points for the first time you see it. And this is a side quest, so no biggie if you miss some. So they scatter little universe combining clues throughout things. So, what is it? Lily Van Helsing is another one of the titles.
Now, I also am noticing like a little card down here.
I don't know
what that is.
No.
Oh, I love it. I love the fact there's something here
it's
that both
something,
of us are like,
I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay. Very, very engaged.
I didn't get that far. All right, I think that's enough for now. I'll go through the finer details if you don't screw up your first job. Now look at the map at the end of the book and head to the bakery.
Interesting. Bakery's going to have a number attached?
228. Why don't you go ahead and flip there?
That's fun.
Yep.
I like the fact here that this also might just become a where are you going next type of
100%.
scene.
Like, the core loop is you do a robbery, you score your robbery thing, you come back, you decide what you're doing on your next robbery.
And I don't think all the other books play the same as this.
No,
there are some books that are you go through a full adventure.
100%.
There are some books where you just try to survive. Interesting. What's going on here?
So this is great. So this is the ranking of it. It's open 9 to 7, 7 days a week.
Okay.
1 employee. Estimated loot $150. Difficulty 5-star. The first time I came to this, I didn't pay attention to this at all. It did matter.
Yeah.
To start, go to 133.
133, moving around here to the front. So we've learned a little bit about it. 133, the bakery. Okay, here we are, bud. Before entering, you need to study the environment and figure out some options. This applies to any place you go. If you find something suspicious, and only then, you can go to 204 to verify if your concerns are justified. If you have no doubts or those you have had been put to rest, take the path that seems the safest. So I'm going to write down 204, right?
Yep. And actually, we'll...
204, you're going to stick the bookmark there? Or?
No, actually, we're going to stick the bookmark somewhere else.
So 204 is on our page if we're concerned about anything. So looking here, we have some clues. So we could go to the back alley with 285. Mm-hmm. We could go through the front door with 302. Does that mean we're probably robbing it? We have 115 if we want to explore the warehouse next to it.
Well, and we're here to rob it no matter what.
Yeah.
So the question is, what is our approach?
What is our approach? Yeah, because we can go up the top ladder, it looks like here. We can break in the side building, which probably has a connection through. Do we think that either the businessman or the guy reading the newspaper is concerning?
I thought the guy reading the newspaper was concerning.
Yeah.
When I was going through and prepping for this, and I will say I did turn to the page and it says, you were right. Like it's like you were concerned about the guy with the dark sunglasses. His wife and 12 children show up a few minutes later, assuaging your concerns. So, like, there is a note there. We can skip it because I did already check because I was concerned about this dude.
So, what approach are we thinking with our high social and good lockpicking?
Well, I want you to make this choice because I've already been through this part when I was doing testing.
I am kind of the mind to go through 115.
Okay.
I think maybe lockpicking will help there to get us in, and then I'm of that, or maybe social. Just 302 is the best way in.
I mean, we have high charisma, so it's up to you.
But you claimed you've not seen charisma anywhere in this.
I mean, that's good paying attention to what I said.
I'm gonna lean towards 115. Let's move down that way.
All right, let's flip back over to 115.
Okay. 125, 115. So, if you haven't already done so, put on your ski mask. I won't always be there to remind you. Good. Now on to more serious matters. You're going to force the lock of the door to the bakery and surprise them. So how do we go about putting on our ski mask?
We decide that it's on. So here's the thing. I went in 302 the first time, and it just says, "Do you have your ski mask on? Be honest." And I totally didn't think about it. And so I had to flip to the option was no.
I don't have my ski mask on.
And it's not great. You fail automatically.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And
that's really funny.
But you just fail, and you go back to the very beginning, and then you just come back in. It's reinforcing the lesson. We was like, make sure you put your mask on. Make sure you observe things. Did you do that? No. Start over.
But so entertaining in my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here. We've got 191 is going to be the top here. What else do we have here? Anything else that we've got some artwork on the walls. I don't know if any of these are, like, part of me thinks that everything is important. We have what looks like a curved or broken stairway and some type of phone right there. Is that like someone recording?
Is that a phone?
Phone or a security camera or do you see it?
Or a foot?
Oh, a foot. Someone coming down the stairs. Okay, that makes sense. So we can't delay though, really, right?
Well, so here's what we're gonna do. We know this is 191, right? And so we are gonna go to 191, and we're gonna see what happens, right? Because you are correct. We do not have a way to do anything else. So we did note that there was potentially somebody coming down the stairs, though. So we get to 191.
Right here. Oh, what are you doing?
You bloody idiot. Someone spotted you. You have two options. Either take the witness out and go to 113.
Oh, no.
Lock the door, or you can leave this place as quickly as you can. Oh, no. You know what? You were right. I did a thing wrong. You know what we forgot to do?
What did we forget to do?
Whenever we see something we think is suspicious, where do we go?
Oh, yeah. We go to 204. Let's do that.
I was like, there was another option, and so now we're going to go to 204. And I am going to retcon that because I was like, there is a thing.
It's reinforcing the idea of what you're supposed to do.
204 is what we're looking for.
For 191.
191. No. It was, where were we at?
Before 191?
Yeah.
We were on
115. You spot a man coming down the stairs. You hide quickly to make sure you aren't seen. You wait until he leaves the building, allowing you to shift your focus to the bakery's inside entrance at 13. All right, so we sidestepped that person discovering us, and we now go to...
And I almost
13.
wouldn't have noticed that foot if I wasn't looking carefully at every little detail.
Right, and so that's the thing. This was the coolest part for me.
Okay.
This is the first puzzle you encounter in the game.
Oh, interesting.
And it's not a super hard one. All right, here's how you go about it. Unlocking a door, a lock has 3 zones. In each zone, note the most common digit, one after the other. These digits will direct you to a panel. Heads up, the hundreds digits is the one in the innermost zone of the lock. The number in the outermost zone is going to be your ones digit. If this is too complicated for your bird brain, retrace your steps to 133. One more thing, you see that little blue key up at the top right? You'll know you found the right number if there's a blue key waiting for you in the corresponding panel. Now, I have already solved this puzzle once before, so I'm going to let you do it.
I wasn't paying enough attention. All right.
The most common digit in each of the layers, and it's going to go hundreds, tens, ones.
Okay, so looking here, I've got 3 2s, so 2.
Okay.
Then I've got some 5s, it looks like, so 2, 5, and around the outside edge, I'm kind of feeling 0, 2, 5, 0.
Okay, so if we got it right, we go to 250, right?
250, okay.
250. Boom! Blue key. We got it right. And then we see 62 is where we go next. So we look inside, we see somebody working at the bakery. We know there's only one employee, so that's it. And we go
62.
262. 260. I can't flip.
Right down there. Oh man, grabbing her from immediately from behind. Good form, but won't be so easy next time. And remember, put your mask on. The baker sinks into a deep sleep. You can empty the register at 171. All
right. 155. 171.
The job's done. Leave the shop through the front door like a regular customer. Before you do, you might want to think about taking off your balaclava and make a note of how much money you stole on your adventure sheet. Then go to 209 or 210 for debriefing. So, we stole times 4 times 5, $140.
We're going to note that on our sheet.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to 29 and 210. And this is where we're going to pop in the... This is where this is where this is going to become a little bit more handy, because this is the heist scorecard page. So we're going to come back here after every heist, and so how much loot we got. So 0 to 50 is 0 points. 50 to 150 is 2 points. So we got 2 points for that.
You could get more than that?
Well, yeah, but we didn't. We would have had to go a different way.
Really?
Right.
Ah.
So not bad, but we theoretically could have done better.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is a red herring. Maybe we can't. How many dead bodies bring more heat? 1 to 5 minus 1 point, 0, which is 3 points. So we've got 5 points total. Noticed by someone, nope. Went unnoticed, 1 point.
Okay.
Note, under your sheet, note on the sheet under loot how much money and how many points you collected / received on this mission. If your robbery is a success, minimum 1 point, go to 111. If you forgot to put your balaclava on or scored 0 points, go to 284.
So we scored 2, 5, 6 points.
Correct. So we have 6 points now that we're gonna have scored on our sheet.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know if I'm writing in the right. Oh, I should be writing it up here, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So loot was 140. Victims was 0. Points scored is only 6 out of 8. So there is a better way to run that system, potentially.
Potentially. I don't know why they would make it a fake out, but yeah. So now we're going to go back to 111, right? So 111, I might be able to make something of you after all. If you're smart enough to listen to my advice, you may just get by. Follow me to 102. Now here's the question. Do we want to do a couple more?
Oh,
Are you
yeah,
ready to
for
go?
sure.
Okay, cool.
For sure.
Making sure.
Are you invested in this?
I'm invested in this. I just want to make sure. This is as far as I got.
I think this is such a cool system.
I played through the first little round of things a couple of times. Screwed up the first time because I didn't put my balaclava on, and I was like, nope, I did not. I'm a dummy. And so we're going to 102 to find out what is next.
One more back.
One more again.
Ooh, interesting. Let's see if we can get this in a spot where people can see it along with us.
This is where it all starts, my man. If you want to get better at this, you got to train hard. The work you put into training can have a big impact out on the streets. If you chose a little rascal difficulty, the skill tree you saw at the beginning of the book is already maxed out. If you took the highway robber route, you only have 5 points to spend. If you went to the first class gangster, you only have 2 points. That's Godfather is what that is. It's a typo. I demand all of your money back. You may only have 2 points to spend. You gain specific points through your adventures from missions by encountering specific people, and more importantly, by scoring maximum number of points in a robbery. That's what happened at the bakery. You gain 1 skill point. Once you've assigned it, head over to 225. So we've gained a skill point. We leveled up a little bit.
What are you thinking?
I feel like we reinforced our either stealth or lockpicking if we're going to
double down on lockpicking?
Sure.
Okay. Moving in. So we're going to page 225.
225.
Dun 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 dun.
By the way, this game does require 2 players to sit next to each other and talk through every decision.
I like this, though.
This is super fun.
So for me, there's a lot of solo games. Like Final Girl, I did a 2-player Final Girl, which is just a solo-only game. And I had so much fun interplaying the narrative with West, because it lessens the strategy and makes the story that much more.
Just being able to bounce it off of each other, doing the voices, all that stuff, it's fun.
All right. Equipment is also the top priority.
You gonna do my voice now?
You should always have the right tools for the job.
Why are you talking like that?
I don't know. It's my go-to voice. Do something gruff.
Before beginning an operation, you will always visit the equipment closet at 313 to gear up for the mission. Based on the level difficulty you choose, you will always be able to carry more or fewer objects. After each robbery, your equipment is automatically returned to the closet. Go to 148. 148.
I feel like we've got to use our charisma to really maximize. So, like, we need to look for a mission where we think all we need to do is talk to someone. Okay, 148, right here in the corner.
I'll give you 7 days to show me what you're made of. After that, we'll see if you have a future in this line of work, or if you have to start thinking about a career change. During your adventure, you'll visit panels that depict the icon like this to the right. This means that a day has passed. After 7 days have passed, your mission is over. You must report to 221. But for right now, head to 28.
So 7 equals 221.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to go to 28.
28, all the way to the front. Let's see here. 28, top corner.
Take this map and choose your jobs. You already gave me a map. Take this job and choose your map carefully. Take this map and choose your jobs carefully. You can only perform one robbery per day. By the end of each robbery, you'll go to a debriefing, choose your missions well, equip yourself properly, and be efficient. I'll see you in a week. Go ahead and look at the map at the end of the book and choose the place you want to rob. Good luck.
Wow.
That's it. That's what we got.
Wow.
All right, so this becomes our primary interface, and then we go process afterwards.
Police station, city hall, central bank, point of interest, parking, mail, two-way street, and one-way street.
I also like that there are some places that are listed but not numbered, which means that they will matter later on, but do not right now. There's some question marks on the map, so there's hidden content.
Okay.
But there's some cool stuff going on
So
here.
looking across the board, my general gut check is like nail salon might be easy to raid, game art shop, that's probably very targetable. We could probably just be nice to them and they just
like,
give
"Thank
us
you."
money.
But I think we've got to think about skills, right? So, like, I think about what does charisma lean us to, right?
Yeah.
So, hotel jumps out at me. Like, are we going to go in and do a little con?
Poker club kind
of leans out to me also.
Good
too.
charisma sitting down at the table.
Those are the two that I think for me kind of stand out the most given our skill set, or casino maybe.
Yeah, what is more targetable? Poker club might actually have some enforcement. A good casino raid.
You know what? Bar also has the potential just chummy up options.
And it's next to it's next to the bakery. We already robbed the bakery once.
We let the heat. Do we want to knock over the library?
I don't hate the library.
Hugo the Chef Fashion Boutique.
Good charisma at the library might be our game.
Let's hit it. The library.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give us. Where is it here? The library. Oh, it's the second one on this list too, so it might be the right choice. I don't think it's alphabetized.
All right, 141.
Oh, but the actual skill points you get from them is actually very different. So it's not. They actually have mixed these, which is smart for them.
That is, yeah. Okay, 141.
Let's see here. 141 right here. Hours. 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Employees 2. Estimated loot about $100.
Not great.
Difficulty very basic.
After grabbing equipment, we never went to 313 to see.
We never did. No.
Let's take a quick look. Oh my gosh.
I'll keep my hand here in this spot.
You can fix this in post, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah, I'll leave it exactly. We don't edit out you fumbling through pages. Don't worry.
I like how my finger was on this.
Yeah, right. Okay, so what are the options we have?
A drill, plastic handcuff, smoke grenade, automatic rifle, a bag, a decryption computer, black tape, pair of gloves, automatic pistol, bolt cutters, pizza delivery outfit,
okay.
Fake mustache and wig, only available at stealth level +3, and a balaclava.
So how many items do we get?
We can take, I believe, 3 with us on any sort of mission.
For the library, I'm almost leaning towards like pizza delivery outfit.
I think pizza delivery outfit might be a signature move for our character.
It might be we're always in a pizza delivery outfit.
I think pizza delivery outfit, balaclava.
So pizza, face mask.
And
do we need a weapon? Library. We don't need a weapon, do we?
No. No, I think we're good with just those items.
Just those two? We're gonna advocate the third one that we get?
I mean, what do you want? You want an automatic rifle? You want a drill?
Let's wear a pair of gloves.
Okay, pair of gloves.
Yeah, so we've got pizza, we've got balaclava, and we've got gloves.
Our standard loadout.
The standard approach. This is actually our day-to-day. We didn't actually change for this at all.
All right. So after grabbing equipment, go to 263. If this mission doesn't inspire you, pick your map and choose another one.
I feel good about this.
Okay.
I feel good about this.
So
to be fair though, it's not the best stakes.
It's not, but I feel like we're still in learning mode.
We're going in for $100.
Right.
But if we walk out with $100, we're now up $240.
Right.
Which is more than we had when we almost got killed at the gas station.
That's true, and we're going to be sitting pretty after this one. We can go harder after this.
Daddy never earned more than $140 a week, so.
This is a interesting library.
Oh. Okay, so what do we have here? Main library, 314 is the way directly inside. Any other numbers that you immediately see?
We got 263. What's this? That's the number of the page we're on. No, so this looks like the way in. The question is, do we see anything?
Any number there?
Nope.
Okay. Do we find this guy suspicious, or do we find the guy with like briefcase or something suspicious? Are we worried about anyone here?
I find this whole scenario. This is the weirdest library I've ever seen.
Bit grungy, isn't it?
Like it feels like this library is a front. This feels like it's a thing.
What's it say?
Dola?
Interesting. What do you think? Is there anything we want to check out? I don't see anything I immediately feel like I need to flip to 204 about.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, I bet you there is, but like...
I don't see anything that would make me not walk through the front doors.
Let's do it. That's all we got to go on.
As the idiot robber that I am.
I mean, we're learning. 314.
Oh, it's right at the bottom here. So we walk right through the front doors.
If you have a disguise or balaclava, you can rob the lady at the information desk at 2:30. If you have a disguise, you can quietly go up the stairs to the library at 26. If you have neither balaclava nor disguise, head to 6. So we've got a disguise
and a balaclava.
Yeah. So do we
want to rob the old lady? I think going up the stairs to the library, like, don't take your eyes off the mission.
Right. Are we here for an old lady's pocket change?
No.
Or are we here?
Yeah.
And she's packing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's got a gun in there for sure. Anything else that we're freaked out about right now?
This art feels like it's meaningful, but I don't know if it's a reference to anything.
Okay.
I don't see any cameras anywhere. Nobody looks suspicious. I mean, these people look a little weird, but nobody looks suspicious.
Well, let's walk. I think the test here was, did you bring an outfit with you?
Right.
Let's walk up the stairs to the library.
So 26.
Okay. Moving forward to 26. Okay, we're in the library here. If your stealth is level +1.
This is a book. I don't know what that does for us, but that is
captive is going to give us 1 point.
There we go.
If your stealth is level +1, you can knock out the librarian and go to 316.
No.
If you're feeling crazy, you can open fire on everyone at 64. We didn't bring a gun, so I don't think we can do that. Or take the slightly more modest approach of threatening everyone with your weapon at 246. Otherwise, you can leave the building 26. We didn't bring a weapon.
Yeah, but it doesn't say that we have to...
Are we pretending we have a weapon?
Are we using our gloves as a weapon?
Okay. Anything else that we're super sus about? This guy's looking dead on at us. You see that?
I do. All right, so 26. What's 204?
Well, no, yeah, so do we want to threaten everyone with a weapon that we don't have at 246?
I mean, I think that's what I'm going to do. It's 204.
246.
246 is what page are we on right now? Sorry.
Oh, we're on 26 right now.
26.
And 204 is the page.
You spot brilliantly crafted and well-written. You spot brilliantly crafted and well-written tale, Captive, a G&A book published by Van Ryder Games. Huh. You learn a few tricks from the story to improve your lockpicking by 1 level. Return to 26. That's not what we thought was happening, but
that's interesting because if we find this, now we know we need to confirm it.
Right.
So lockpicking up to 3. Too bad we're not using it.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens when we go to 246. We don't have a weapon.
But let's find out.
We're going to pretend
we're
like
going to pretend, and if nothing else, we got our fists. Like we are the weapon.
I'm gonna punch you all. Let's see here. 240.
What? We 100%. Will that work? These people are scared to death. Or is that supposed to be us?
So this is us.
Okay.
Holding the weapon. That's us walking in. I see.
Gotcha. That weird guy we were worried about?
Yeah, it's us.
We should have been. He's a bad guy.
Yeah, he's a horrible guy. Did we just bring a pistol with us no matter what? Do we always have a pistol in hand?
I don't think, because that was one of the options, but it doesn't say...
It doesn't specify
that you had to have one.
It doesn't specify you have to have one.
And I think this may just be the art.
Yeah.
Like, everything else it said...
Yeah, okay.
If you have that one it just said threaten everybody.
Well, that worked. These people are scared to death and cough up their purses and wallets. You collect $360. $50. You leave quietly and head to 209/210 for debriefing.
So interesting. So we went in above what we should have been able to.
Yeah.
But I feel like we missed some
360.
stuff. 350.
350.
All right, the library. Greater than 150, 3 points.
Okay.
Victims, 0.
3 points.
3 points.
Okay.
Noticed by someone. When unnoticed or master disguise, 1 point. So this time we got 7 points.
We maxed out this location.
Man, we did. We killed it. If you turned around at the beginning of the mission, you can try. You're looking with more suitable equipment. Consult the map or choose a new job. Go to 221. You have. And that mission didn't have a day, did it?
I didn't.
Oh no, it does. So we can
Right
only
here?
do 1 mission per day.
Okay. Let's do another one.
Yeah.
Let's keep running. I liked what we did there. I feel like the stakes need to go up a little bit more.
Okay.
I'm satisfied with 350.
Right.
But I kind of feel like the casino or the poker club might be the next place.
Casino feels big.
Poker club a little bit smaller.
Poker club's a little bit smaller. I think we start with the poker club. That's at 8.
Page number 8.
Yeah.
Eight. Okay. What do we have?
After you've equipped yourself at 313, go to 203. Caution: your disguises are unavailable.
Ooh.
They're in the wash. You can't. You can return to the map if this job doesn't
So
inspire
let's look
you.
at what we have here. What's that?
Friday from 8 p.m. Employees unknown. Difficulty level unknown. Loot unknown.
Oh.
I still think this feels
Let's
good.
go in.
But I think we need to think about equipment a lot more.
Yeah. So
explicitly.
313.
So I
have no
I think,
disguises.
I think smoke grenade on this one for sure. I want a way to get out if we need to and create confusion.
Is the balaclava a disguise? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So
But I also don't know. My assumption actually in this one is that we're not going to want to stand out. We're going to want to operate. So the question is, do we even want to bring the balaclava or not?
how many items do we get?
3.
You think smoke grenade for sure?
Yeah.
Okay. What else do we have? What are the other good options?
Man, decryption computer sounds interesting this time around. Bolt cutters and drill don't do anything for me. Plastic handcuffs don't do anything for me. Maybe a gun.
I mean, I think the AK for sure.
You think so? I'm assuming we're going to go in and try to win big.
You think we're not?
I think we're going to go cheap.
We're not rugging. We're rugging it. We're not holding it up. Okay. So then what's going to help us rug it the best? Pair of gloves, black tape, decryption computer, black tape,
I think decryption computer, and I would say
a bag.
Bag for all of our chips.
We're running chips.
Yeah.
So bag, and then you think a decryption computer possibly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get somewhere maybe we're not supposed to.
Sure. Let's go in. Let's see.
203. All right. Bam. All right.
This looks big. You see the skyline view they're giving us of this?
Did we go to the right page?
I mean, we can check back again. It was at 8. Go to 203.
All right. This place is bigger than I thought. So ASAP is the outside. This whole thing looks questionable to me. 288. I don't see anything on the street that makes me concerned. The fact that this place has a giant eagle out front makes me a little concerned, but I don't think that's anything. So 288.
Let's go in the doors. We're not holding them up.
Yeah,
We're not pulling a gun. Oh, there we are. Poker club. This looks like a very weird conservatory.
The only way to take care of this entire room is with a machine gun. Oh, you were totally right. If you brought one, go to 258. You could attempt the same task with a 9mm at 172 if you think you're up to it. Otherwise, you can simply sit down at a table for a game of cards at 161. You could also decide to end the operation and report for debriefing. I don't want to do that because it's wasting.
So a machine gun to hold up the entire room was right, but the option to sit down at a game of cards is still here.
Is still here.
Let's move forward with that. Let's commit. If anything, we might just be gaining more information.
Okay, and let's take in the room. We've got some sort of not an entrance.
Definitely 2 people with two security guards.
Security guards. 3 security guards. Everything else looks pretty normal.
Nothing immediately concerning.
Okay, 161. All right. Take us there.
Moving back to 161. Oh wow. We're gonna play cards.
There's an old dude.
No, we're gonna play cards.
This is what it's for. Seriously, you have nothing better to do. Well, regardless, I hope you know how to play because I'm not about to explain the rules. What I can tell you is that you have $200 worth of $200 worth of $10 chips. You're playing hands up to no limit hold'em. Blinds 10 and 20 against a player who has $600. To deal your cards, flip the pages of the book twice, check or bet, then flip the pages again. If you land on an even card, your opponent calls. If you land on an odd card, your opponent folds. During each setup of the hand, pre-flop, flop, turn, river, you will have to do the same procedure and then flip 3 times to see the cards dealt as the flop. Then bet or check and so on. At the final bet during the river, flip twice and determine your opponent's cards. I suggest you note the cards in the allocated spaces above or with a pencil and paper. You can quit the game at any time and report to debriefing. As you didn't try to rob the place, you can come back another time. Each visit will cause a day to pass, and any money you lose must be deducted from your adventure sheet.
Are we going to try to play poker?
Do you have a deck of cards?
Yeah.
Do you want to grab that deck of cards real quick?
I could try to find a deck of cards. Do you understand how to play this?
It sounds... I mean, it doesn't...
Do you know how to play no holds, like poker?
I mean, I understand the rules of poker, yeah. But I think... your opponent's...
Let me go grab a deck of cards.
Yeah, I mean, it'll go quicker with a deck of cards than it will be... I mean, like, this is a super smart mechanic, but it will take a lot longer than it would just with a deck of cards. All right, so the only part of this that's going to matter, really, is the check bet mechanic. So I flip the pages.
What are you figuring out?
The mechanics for whether they raise, flop, or raise, fold, or check.
Star. For surface cards, give these a shuffle.
Fresh deck, clean deck.
So how do you go about playing poker?
Have you never done this before? You've never done a poker?
I'm not good at poker hands.
Okay, that's fine.
And the way that the mechanic of the game's working is instead of drawing a card, you're just flipping a page.
Correct. Which is interesting because there's nothing that actually prevents cards from being duplicated in this process, which is a little bit of a interesting thing, right? Because you could have accidentally flipped to the same page twice.
But how many pages are in the book? Because it's not just a 52 deck of cards, right? So you have more pages in here than 52, which means it's randomized in some type of algorithm.
Sure, but I'm just saying, like, you could duplicate cards.
Yeah. That is true.
And maybe that not every single page has, because, like, no, I guess they all do. I don't know. So we're gonna get 2 cards.
Okay.
There's a check bet mechanic. We're going to use the book for that piece. It's really basically, is it odd or is it even?
How many more shuffles?
That's fine.
We have...
Yeah, what do we get down?
Cards.
So we get a queen of... and a 6, right?
Queen and a 6, okay.
Not great, but here's what we're going to do. So it's either
I feel really good about it.
So I don't know whether... So we've got odd, which means that they are going to... players who deal with cards, flip try, check or bet, then flip the pages. If you land on an even card, your opponent calls. If you land on an odd card, your opponent folds. So there's $30 in the pot. We check, they fold.
Okay.
We make $30. Okay. Right?
So
right now we're at $230 in chips. So
okay.
So we've got a new hand. So we're gonna
reshuffle it up.
You reshuffle. We can deal a couple out.
7-2.
The worst. I mean, they're suited, so not the worst hand. Ace. So that's odd. So they fold.
So we get another 30?
We get another 30. So this is something of an arduous process.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do one more, then we'll...
One more, we'll call it. Queen and 8.
It's a 7 again. So, same thing. So, like, this is interesting. And I feel like, I mean, there's a 50-50 chance that they should be betting up and we would see more cards come out.
I'm okay walking away with $90.
Well, here's what we're going to do.
What are we going to do?
We're going to do, so give me, we're gonna cut. You're gonna cut for us. I'm gonna cut for them. So I got a nine of diamonds. Here's the thing. You can fold right now and we'll walk away with what we won. You can, if you beat me, right, we'll give us half of what their chip amount left is, unless, or we can look at the number and kind of
So am I flipping cards, or what do
you're gonna draw, which basically high card is gonna, so if they get high card, they're gonna take some of our money. 8. So that's not by much. So let's say they win back 50 of theirs, we walk out with $210 in chips.
210?
Yeah, so we lose basically back down after a while. We go up, we go down. It's exciting.
Okay, sure.
That's our shortcut method for this. This is a cool mechanic, a little bit fiddly. I would grab it.
It's a little bit fiddly on camera. If you're sitting in like a couch just playing through it.
I would say even then, the amount of recording that you have to do for each hand to play through getting money, right? Like, and again, it's a fun mini game. Like, and it's actually kind of cool to see a mini game in here
within the book.
But like the concept of like, I'm gonna write them down in these spots, right?
So here's the question I have. Let's call this a day. Do we want to just come back here with a machine gun in the morning?
I think we know what it's like here, and we can always come back here.
So no machine gun in the morning?
I don't know that. Like for right now, I don't know what money's doing for us currently.
Interesting. Okay.
So we're gonna go to the end of the mission stuff though. Let's find out what happens. All right. So we've got the poker club. Poker club, poker club, poker club.
Next page, maybe?
Yeah, it's never here.
There we are.
You lost money. We did not. 50 to $500, 1 point. So we did not do well.
Okay.
0 victims, 1 point. So that's 2 points. You were dealt the Joker while playing poker, 3 points. That's fun. That means the maximum number of points you can get does come from potentially poker also too. So that is 5 points and $210.
210. 5 out of 9 points, but we can come back, so you might actually be able to maximize it by going back and getting other types of points.
That's true. All right, cool.
Like having a really good hand of poker and then showing up with a machine gun and ripping them all a new one. All right, last mission.
Okay.
Because that one ended in a weird mini game.
I want to go to the Albatross 5-star hotel.
Let's do it. What number is that?
151.
And what are we going there with? So 3.
Let's go check out what it is because we get that little preview first.
Okay, what number? 151?
Yep.
All right, let's see here. 151, Albatross 5-star hotel. Once you've equipped yourself at 313, go to 136. So, employees 19. This is going to be a estimated
2-star difficulty.
2-star difficulty. Single room 500, double room 900, suite 1800. Chance there's a lot of money here.
Right.
Is this a pick locks and open, like, and break into rooms to steal, or is this a pull out a gun, threaten people?
So if I've learned anything, I feel like we should bring a gun with us.
I think so.
I think we should bring our
Just a pistol.
Yeah, just a pistol.
Yeah.
Do we want to go balaclava or do we want to go pizza delivery?
I like pizza delivery.
Let's go pizza delivery.
Pizza, pistol. It's that last thing. We could use the computer to potentially break open doors if we're going for like the high-end rooms.
That's true, and potentially the safes inside. The other option would be like a drill or bolt cutters.
Don't mind those.
But I don't know that those are the best calls.
Bolt cutters feels more like warehouse.
Right. I think, bag is the other option. If
we might be overthinking how complicated this is, though. I think bag might be a solid choice.
Okay, so let's do bag then.
Okay, there could be a lot of like physical goods we want to grab here.
136.
Okay, moving on back a little bit. Where are we? 136, the Albatross. Very nice butler here in the front. Total freak out security guard.
And this is not normal. This is like high security. We've got the rules here.
Someone is here that we want to actually 100%. Rob.
So we're going to go to 204. Is that
204, yep. This is giving me weird vibes from the get-go.
204. And what's the number?
This is number. Yep.
The guard grabs your attention. After asking around, you learn that a famous singer, Mariah Campbell, is staying at the hotel.
Campbell Soup?
136. Yeah, the classic song Soup heiress.
So 219, we've got a little bit more information. I don't see any other clues around here.
I know another way in.
Okay, let's go to 219. I think we're prepared to find our victims. Are we going to kill Mariah Campbell? That's really the question.
That's the real question.
Okay.
If you like to whip out your weapon and threaten everybody, go to 65. You could also decide to come back later by going to debriefing at 210. You can attempt this mission again later if you haven't robbed everyone.
We could go
here.
talk, though, it looks like, to 249, or we could go up to 12. She is clearly... I think that's her.
You think that's her?
I think that's Mariah Campbell. We've got the guy carrying her luggage. My thought... Who's this creepy guy in the back corner?
Looks like a concierge or something.
So I'm leaning either towards 121, go upstairs and wait for her to go to her room, because it looks like that's where she's headed, or go talk to the front desk.
Does this art piece feel like a thing up here?
Art piece in the top corner. It looks beautiful. I don't know that it's a thing.
Okay.
It does look like they put a lot of detail into an art piece that's in this.
That's what I was thinking. Is it like a Easter eggy thing that we want to check?
I'm happy checking it. I don't know what it might be. If it is anything.
204. Where are we at right now?
219. 219. No, nothing here.
Okay. Oh. No, what's going on?
204.
All right, so 240. Now we're gonna go chat up the guy at the front desk.
We have high charisma, so
Yeah. We were built for this. We're gonna seduce her. That's the.
249. Right here. What can I do for you, guy?
If you want information on the rates, go to 37. If you would like to rob this man, go to 65. If you don't really know what to say to him, 219. I guess go ahead and ask about rates.
Yeah, buy some time. 37.
Yeah.
All right. Such crucial information. No, but seriously, are you joking? How on earth is this going to help you? Return to 249, then either you quit messing around or I quit narrating this adventure.
That's pretty good. Okay, so 249. So does that take us back to the exact same spot?
249, I think, is where we were.
So we can either rob him or go do a dead end thing. I didn't necessarily want to rob this guy. Like, that was not my plan.
If you don't know what to say to him, go back to 219. That's where we were.
Okay, 219 is what we want.
So we go like talk to the room a little bit. I lean still towards maybe not pulling out your gun in the middle of a crowded
Yeah, I think so.
plaza.
121.
121. Okay. I like the loop that this is putting us on, though, because it feels like it could end at any point. You could turn back to 219, or okay, clearly six something here, but that's not a place.
Yeah.
What's that?
60 is just saying go to that room.
Yeah, 60.
There's a security camera here. Good
Yeah.
thing we got an outfit. Albatross 5-star hotel. I think 60 is where we're headed.
Yeah, I think 60 is our game. Okay, pulling back. The door's open. Tempting, right? Go for it or return to hall 219. We have an evacuation plan here on the wall. I'm kind of okay going for going into 69.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. 69. We'll see if they play with
It's not what you think.
Oh no.
It's probably best if you leave the room discreetly. I'm pretty sure, do we have an Easter egg here? Yeah, that's the Sherlock book.
Oh yeah, is it?
69.
Sherlock, 1 point.
And then the last time that was also gave us a thing.
Of course, room 69 is
Nice.
dude splayed on a bed. 1 page back. Right there. That's 69.
I can't believe you forgot.
Right here. You recognize Elliot's father, who asks to speak with you at 300. You can refuse and return to 69. It's Elliot's father on the bed.
That's hilarious.
Let's go to 300.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're going to get some real dirt about Elliot now. That's the guy had we robbed him.
Listen, well, it's a little embarrassing, but if you could say nothing and close the door, it would be our little secret. To thank you for your discretion, you'll find something interesting in one of the seats at the cinema. You return to the hotel hall at 2:19. So we've got dirt on him.
Cool.
And now we have something that we're keeping an eye out for in the future.
At the cinema.
At the cinema.
Which
in one
is
of the
the
seats.
cinema the one that's like a super high paid?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or is that the Albatross?
Oh, Albatross is massive.
Well, that's us. That's where we're at right now.
Wow, Albatross actually has a ton.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to 219.
We're back into the hallway.
This is an interesting loop. Like this is cool to see some of the different ways that you can kind of mess around within the.
I vote we figure out what happens when we pull out our gun.
And do we want to do it to the room or just to the guy?
Now to the room.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, she's right there.
65.
Let's try to rob her. And if not, if we can't rob her, let's just murder her.
Or marry her.
Okay, or marry her. Either one, open to it by force. Sir, I'm sorry, but there's no money in my register. For that matter, I don't have a register at all. We only take credit cards. I'm so sorry. What is going on around here? Interesting artwork. People are ducking. There's the guy holding the suitcase. Robbing a hotel was pretty strange idea. You can see that now. You can leave for debriefing at 2:09 or 2:10, or if you don't believe a single word the man said, you can let him have it at 2:98.
Okay, so we can do that, but that's immediately going to put heat on us. Currently, we don't have any heat.
I pull the trigger.
Okay. 298.
Right there.
I might just have $100 or so lying around. Please just take it into account. Well cared, there's a register after all, and it had $348. You head to the briefing. All right. The Albatross, 5-star hotel.
Okay.
We got 1 point for the money. Wait, how much did we get?
348.
That's all we got?
That's all we got.
That's right underneath 350, which is 5 points. And it goes from 1 point to 5 points, which means there was some other way to get money there that we did not discuss.
That we didn't see.
Right.
Huh.
You received a $100 tip, which we did not. So again, another thing.
Huh.
You have a little secret, 5 points.
Nice.
You took it with you. Ring A, B, C, D, or E, 1 point. Ring C, 10 points.
What?
Consult the map to choose a new job, or... Holy shit.
We got 6 points.
No. Yeah, we got 6 points, and
there's so much
stuff we don't
missed.
know what is.
It's super cool.
All right.
I love the fact that there's this floating amount of stuff that we don't know.
And another day has passed.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. I have been wanting to dive into these, and as someone who... I like playing solo games in a social setting.
Yeah.
I'm weird like that. I actually love just observing and seeing a story come together.
And there are a lot of, this is a really interesting exploration. So from a role-playing standpoint, onboarding, the onboarding process of, taking you in, going through tutorial mode, reinforcing
Are
those
you wearing
things,
your mask?
redoing the loops, having immediate consequences, and then knowing, when you looked at this, just like you would, it's very video game feel. Crap. 23 possible points and we got 6. We can see 3 achievements in this area that we don't even know what
down the
are.
obvious stuff.
Right.
There had to have been hidden clues in the artwork and the graphic design,
And that's really cool to see. And each location had a very different vibe and texture, and showing up and being like, oh, you can do this again.
And it
do it
plays with the model of choose your own adventure, where instead of just choosing an action and a pathway you go down, this is saying, did you bring this gear with you? Did you prepare in this way? Right. If you did, here are the options that are available to you. If you didn't, here are the other options that are available to you.
Do you have these skills? If you have these skills, you can or can't do this. There again, lots of really cool stuff in here, and again, sometimes very obvious signs that you're missing something, but you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And so that's a very cool thing to do. And I do think, I even think, my kids are older now, but like maybe not this game.
They have children versions of these.
Yeah, because this one maybe
Wes
not.
actually brought home and has been playing through with his like 8 to 11-year-olds.
Yeah. And even the embedded, like the poker mechanic, even if I like thought it was a little fiddly, you don't have to have a deck of cards with you. Like, it's another cool little piece in there. I actually wouldn't be surprised if there's another place, like if you go to the casino or something else.
More of a board game than an RPG, or more of an RPG than a board game? Because there's elements here that feel very board game.
I don't know that I would say this is either.
But there's elements of this that feel very accurate to both.
Right.
It's storytelling, it's narrative
you're making
adventure.
choices, you're building out your character, you're advancing through things.
But it absolutely feels like stat upkeep and tactical decision making like a board game would have.
Right. And so I don't know. That's a great question.
Yeah.
I do feel like this was pretty singular as far as what it is. It certainly is a storytelling game.
Yeah.
And if RPGs are a subgenre of storytelling game, which I would say they are, maybe a little bit closer to that, but I don't think something has to be an RPG to
It's
be
listed on BGG.
Game. Is it listed on RPGG?
I don't know about RPGG, but like it is classified as a board game. And it is, I think, consumed more often by board gamers than the RPG world.
So, and that's the other interesting
thing. Which is funny.
These are not, like, I caught this series at my friendly local game store in Seattle originally when they were doing their first run. I thought they looked really cool. I tried to get my kids into Lugaroo, which is one of the other ones in the series, and they were like, this looks cool, but we never picked up a copy.
Yeah.
And they never got into it, and I never hear anybody in the board game world talk about them.
Or in the RPG world.
I only never hear people in the RPG world talk about them. I only hear people talk about them in the board game world.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, it's very interesting, very cool. Really, really loved it. And there are 15 plus of these out now. Yeah. Almost 20 of them.
Which don't function on the same mechanics.
Right.
The stat up and bring gear and all that here is different from a system that you might be playing in the other
because
ones.
It's a heist function, and you've got to think about all those
Sherlock
things.
Holmes Detective, that is a puzzle-solving, riddle-solving adventure.
Yeah. And the other very cool thing is the implant of their other intellectual properties in it as Easter eggs. I think that's a very cool add. As somebody who's a big fan of, like, subtle marketing pushes, other things like that, I really love creating your own extended cinematic universe where, like, people are pulling the book that's, like, you know, one of your other TV shows off the shelf as a reference. Very cool. Very cool.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I am intrigued enough that I'm going to try to convince Tony to play a few more of these with me. If he doesn't, I will do more on my own, and it'll only be due to the limited time we have together. This was cool. Thanks so much for taking the time and journeying through some graphic novel adventures.
It's a blast.
With me. Awesome. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Beep, beep, beep.